Sheila's English Country again, and English book to read today is Magic Tria's Revolutionary War on Wednesday, and the Anna reading at chapter 9 and started at chapter 7, okay? And now, are you ready to read this one book and two stories to read? Now, here we go. And first, you can read Magic Tria's Revolutionary War on Wednesday. Chapter 7, Spies. What are you doing here? George Washington said. The commander-in-chief sounded furious. We made a mistake, Jack said. We didn't mean to come. George Washington turned to the Rolls. Who take the children sneak aboard? He said in a stern voice. The man looked at Jack and Annie with surprise. It's not their fault, Annie said quickly, and we're working too hard to notice us. Just then, the boat banging against the ice. The ice cracked and moved. The boat moved on, then bumped against the shore. The two soldiers jumped out and pulled the boat to the shore. George Washington looked at Jack and Annie. The boat is returning to get more mad, he said. And when it does, you two will get out and stay to another shore. Yes, sir, said Jack. He felt very embarrassed. George Washington gave them orders to rollers. Make these children not know board any boats when you return, Jack, he said. A Daniel stepped to the riverbank. The wind started to pick it up. The snow fell harder as he crept up and unlocked the board. Neither Jack and Annie spoke, and Jack was miserable. They caused a trouble of George Washington just then, a general, to try to make America an independent nation. Desperately wished Jack he and Annie had gone home earlier. They watched more boats and landed to a riverbank as the soldiers unloaded their weapons and horses and freezing rain began. Now rain, snow, sleet filled together. The hard George Washington called to another of his men. The storm getting worse, Major, said the general. Yes, sir, said the major. I think we're in the battlefield, said the Washington. Yes, sir. One mission had many hopeless, sir, said Major. Should we call it off? No, you shouldn't, Jack whispered. You're going to win. You should turn back, sir, said Major. No, said Annie. She stood up and the boat rocked. Don't turn back, George Washington, sir, she shouted. You have to march on, sir. You have to act the hidden, sir. Shh. Jack tried to pull Danny back down. We're not supposed to know about their secret mission. How does she know our plan, Major? George Washington said. Listen to us, sir, said Annie. You're going to win. She pulled away Jack and jumped out of the boat. Annie! Jack leaped into the riverbank. He scrambled and after Annie up in the steep icy slope. You have to lend your man, General Washington, sir, Annie said. The Hazens will be surprised. They think no army will be marching in the night like us. How do you know all this? The major shouted above the storm. How do you know what the heathens are thinking? I, for one, Sandy seemed lost for words. Just guess it, said Jack. Just then the major soldier tried to yell Jack earlier, step forward. I saw this boy earlier. He said he was writing things down. No, I was just... Now Jack was at the loss for words. Silence them, the major said. They're spies. Oh, Jack and Annie aren't they spies, but everybody thinking Jack and Annie are spies. And in chapter 8, those are times. Now let's start the reading chapter and the end of reading at chapter 9, okay? Jack grabbed Annie's hand. We're not spies, he said. They rolled around to face George Washington. General Washington, remember those words he said to your man, Jack said. You should believe him. You should believe them yourself, sir. What are you talking about?" George Washington asked. They yanked the captain's ladder from his. By the light of the lamp, he read the words in a captain copy for the children. These times they tried to man souls. Jack read, but stands now deserves from love and thanks for a man and a woman a harder conflict, more furious the trumpet. Jack looked at George Washington. "Even the things look impossible. You should keep going, sir," he said. "The harder things than the greater trumpet, right? There, read. That's what you read to your man. You have to keep going for their sake." "Yes, and you have to keep for our sake," said Jack. "For a sake for a future of children's America, sir." As the wet snow hissed about them, the George Washington stared for a moment at Jack and Annie. Finally, he put in a hand each of another soldiers. "I did not know you are," he said. "I did not know how you know what you know, but I believe you. For your sake and for the future of children of America, we will march on." "Yay!" cried Annie. "Yay!" said Jack softly. He sighed with relief and away up the captain's ladder. "And now get back in the boats," George Washington said. "You must leave the fighting for us, to me and my man." Jack felt grateful to George Washington and his whole army. They're risking their lives for their American children, past and future. They could barely speak. "Thank you, sir," said Annie, "and thank you both telling to listen my own advice," George Washington said. He called to another rowers waiting for the boat. "Take good care of these two." And George Washington climbed on his horse, and then he looked down at Jack and Annie. "Merry Christmas," he said. The commander-in-chief rode away in the stormy darkness. I think George Washington is a president of the past and future of America, but a future and past, it will be very nice for the president for George Washington. And now finally George Washington says Merry Christmas to Jack and Annie. And now chapter 9, Flash, and tomorrow we started at chapter 9 and the end of reading the stories, okay? And now did you have fun? Nearest English country will be come back at a better book. And please don't visit my YouTube if you like my YouTube every time. And now bye bye for now and have a nice day. Bye.